Hello again. If there's one thing that I haven't learned, it is where in my house there is light because I can't seem to find any. Um, so we're back in my craft room slash office, and I hope that you can see me okay. I know you're a little high, or you're a little low. I'm a little high. Um, Maybe I can prop you up a little bit. I found this super old dictionary. It doesn't even have a spine. I don't know how old it is. My guess is late 60s, based on some of the dates inside. But it's cool. So I'm going to put you up on it. It's a little better, right? At least you can see my whole face. I don't know if that's good or not, but you're also a little bit blurry. Yes, this is all the stuff I should edit out, but I'm not gonna. Alright, so what I wanted to talk about today was that I was going through my old blog. Yes, I had a blog. I've always had a blog. The past couple years is really the first time since I was 19 that I didn't keep a blog. It just, yeah, it got old. I ran out of stuff to say. And the thing is, when you're writing like a weight loss or health and fitness blog and you don't lose weight, you sort of lose some credibility. And yeah, so I didn't keep up with that, but I still have it going. It's just not updated at all. So I was going through it to try and find something that I could sort of translate from the blog into a video. And I remembered this post that I had about things that I learned from fad diets. So I thought it would be kind of interesting to go over those because I am pretty sure that all of my viewers are also serial dieters just like me. And you can really relate to this of trying so many diets. I'll show you my blog. I think you can see it. That's my little guy. If you ever want to go back and look, it's sweatygirl.net, not sweatygirl.com. I repeat, not sweatygirl.com, sweatygirl.net. And it's got all of my old posts for many years, lots of pictures. The pictures are still live. So anyway, I want to talk about fad diets I've done and what I learned from them. And now this I wrote in 2012. So I'm going to read to you some of it, but I'm also going to try and fill in the gaps of things I've tried since then. Although this particular post was written in 2012, which means I had just gone vegan or just started to go vegan. So I haven't really tried anything since. But I did go through like a juice fast, raw vegan to sort of junk food vegan. That wasn't really a diet choice, but it was a good choice because I kind of had to get that out of my system when you first become vegan. So yes, so let's see. All right, so this post is from 5 years ago. It says, I am 30 years old, so I am now 35 if you can do the math. I have been overweight for the last 20 of those years. I never liked being overweight. Therefore, it is safe to assume that for the last 20 years, I have been dieting. I have tried everything. I know that I am not a completely stupid person, but I haven't ever met another heavy person who hasn't been willing to try a ridiculous or even unhealthy sounding diet program in hopes of dropping the weight quickly. With being fat, comes a certain breed of desperation. Your sense of worth and self becomes based so heavily on the weight you carry that it seems like if you can just fix that one thing. And this is where stable-minded, intelligent people become a little bit stupid. It's when it involves their weight. But I digress. My point is, I've tried a lot of fad diets. I have tried the cabbage soup diet, steak and tomato diet. That was a real thing. Low carb, no carb, low calorie, calorie cycling, Weight Watchers, Fat Smash, Body for Life, Slim Fast, Paleo, Sensa, Herbalife, Raw, and Lord knows what else. So many people agree that diets are not the solution for long-term weight loss. And while I agree, I also have a theory that diet programs can teach you a lot and ultimately teach you what really works for you in the long term. Diets are like relationships. Even when they aren't necessarily right for you for the rest of your life, they teach you a little bit about yourself and equip you better for the next. Body for Life taught me to love strength training. It wasn't something I did much, if any at all, before, and I really took to it. I loved when it was upper body workout day, or UBWO as they called it, and I could build up my guns. It also taught me about interval training with my cardio, and that's something I still enjoy doing. That's true. Calorie cycling taught me to be organized, to never fail to plan ahead. And this is still essential to me when dieting. Calorie cycling, if you don't know, let's go back. I'll tell you what these things are. Body for Life, I forget the guy's name, but some guy wrote a book about it. And it essentially was like I can't think of the word, bodybuilder. It's like a bodybuilder's training schedule. So it's 6 meals a day. Each meal was like a protein and a carb. And then you had these intense workouts on alternating days. So you did like upper body one day, cardio the next day, lower body, cardio, abs and back, and then you repeat the cycle. I did it for a long time, actually. My brother did it with me for a short time, and it was really good. I mean, I didn't lose a ton of weight or anything, but I enjoyed it. I like doing those things that are really sort of ambitious. Calorie cycling, excuse me, is, when you eat a certain amount of calories per week, like you would now, but you cycle them up and down, so you have high days and low days. Sort of seems like a precursor to intermittent fasting, which I do now. So like on one day you would eat 500 calories, but the next day you would eat, 2,200 calories. And it's supposed to just sort of be this kind of unstable thing for your body to kick it into fat burning mode or something. That did work too, but you can only trick your body for so long. Like, the body is smart and it knows things, so it figures it out. Fat Smash was another one of those. Just some trainer guy wrote a book. Fat Smash taught me to love chickpeas, and I still do. Although it also burnt me out on chickpeas, because Fat Smash, I don't really remember the premise of it other than it was kind of like the Body for Life, and that you had these certain foods that were good, and every so many meals you could have like pizza or junk food or something. But one of the yes foods was chickpeas, and it was like chickpeas with every meal. It was too many chickpeas. The raw food diet showed me how many nutrients I'm losing out on just because my first instinct is to cook a veggie. Why not just eat it raw? That is true. Obviously, a lot of the vegetables we eat now are sort of meant to be cooked in order for us to consume them, and they still have more nutrients in them than if you were to not eat them. So I do try to still eat a lot of raw foods. So if I see like a zucchini My first instinct, of course, is to roast it with olive oil and salt and pepper. But if you just cut it up and eat it raw, it is a little bit more nutritionally sound and also good water content and delicious. So yeah, let's see. Atkins. Atkins taught me how to go without something that I want. There may be serious disagreements about the necessity of carbs to our diet and bodies, but for me, it wasn't at all about that. And that's true. I definitely am not at all for a low-carb diet these days. I do believe that our brains and our bodies run on carbohydrates. It's just the stuff that they process with the carbohydrates that's usually a problem. So anyway, as a compulsive overeater, I will tell you that the signal my body/brain sends me is one of urgent necessity. If I see a chocolate cake, the feeling is I need that cake. It is essential to my living. Doing Atkins was groundbreaking for me in terms of forcing and teaching myself how to not have something that I wanted, how to tell myself no, and how to stick to it. And of course, that's huge. You know, people tell me all the time that they couldn't go vegan, or they couldn't eat low calorie, or they couldn't diet however, because they have no willpower. But it's not that much about willpower. It's more of, you know, setting yourself up to not have to use willpower. But yeah, eating low carb and sometimes no carb definitely, you know, teaches you to be strict and to slap your own hand when necessary. The cabbage soup diet. I don't know who else will remember this. I think it was sort of maybe a 70s or 80s thing. And then my mom and I tried it in the mid or early 90s. Cabbage soup diet taught me that cabbage soup is freaking delicious. And that pooping all day, every day isn't really as fun as it might sound. So yeah, cabbage is cabbage, and it will give you the toots. That's just how it is. But cabbage soup is very good. Just do a little veggie broth, cabbage, canned tomatoes, and then any and all vegetables that you want. And it has minimal calories, but it's very filling and very hearty and very good. The dog is barking at the garbage man. I'm sorry if you can hear that. All right, paleo. Paleo reminded me about the importance of whole, fresh foods. It taught me to stop bothering with those 100-calorie pack fake sweetened drinks and the likes. That's Yvonne. Sorry. It made me think before I put something in my mouth. With no technology, could I find this on my own? And, you know, I still eat prepared foods, junk food, processed food, all that stuff. But it is... Sorry. I'm desperate to not have to edit this, so we may just have to wait him out. Maybe you can still hear me. Sivan! Come here, buddy. Come here, Sivan. Here he comes. Come here, bud. Come here, Z. Come here, Sivan. There he is. Come here, buddy. Do you want to see him? Hey, bud. Did that garbage man come down to your street? Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. So, continuing on. Yeah, so paleo definitely gave me an appreciation for recognizing whole foods and how much easier they are to work with. Let's see. Low calorie. Eating a low calorie diet. Low calorie taught me that my body is a nonsensical piece of malfunctioning crap. Okay, that's extreme. But anyone in this world will tell you that calories are calories, and eating less, burning more, is the only way to lose fat. However, I, for years, measured, weighed, logged, counted, multiplied, and divided my way through a low-calorie diet with very little success. I found that eating 1,400 calories made me gain weight. 1,200 calories made me gain weight. Higher, lower, cycling made me gain or stay the same. Eating 1,000 calories a day and burning 3,500 made me maintain but not lose. It's just not about the numbers for me. Then I put a little disclaimer here. Please note, chances are that the numbers work perfectly for you. I know it goes against biology and logic, what my body does, and it has surely stumped all of my doctors, trainers, nutritionists, and myself. But I do believe in calorie counting and creating a deficit to lose weight. But truthfully, calorie counting has taught me to be strict, to track everything, to weigh and measure and don't take the just one bites for granted, to really pay attention what goes into my mouth. So I still do that. I log in everything. I log in when I add a teaspoon of butter to something, when I try a bite of a cookie, I just log it in and I guess I overestimate whatever, but I log it in. Let's see. And so, it may be backwards and in poor taste for me to do, but I am thankful for fad diets. I am grateful for what I've learned from trying things. Key is not to go back and forth with blind faith. To see what works for you, learn why it works for you, and take away a healthy tidbit to add to your arsenal of healthy living tools. You can learn from my mistakes, and that even a shake weight or a full bar can have redeeming qualities if you take them with a grain of salt, a healthy attitude, and your physician's permission. Now what I really want to know is, what's the silliest diet you've ever tried? And then I answered this question. For me, it was the Sensa. Has anyone ever heard of that? Do you remember it? They had these really cheesy commercials that used that song, Shake Your Booty. But they would say, shake, 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 shake the Sensa. And it was this powder. It came in like a little shaker, almost like a salt and pepper shaker. And it was a powder, and you sprinkled it on your food. And supposedly, it was supposed to enhance the flavor of the food, but not so much in your mouth. I'm trying to remember the science of this. But enhance the food experience to your brain. So your brain is thinking that you're eating this very nutrient-dense, very strongly flavored food, and it's supposed to signal to the rest of you to say, you know, I've had enough, because it thinks it has had all of this stimulation from the food when really you've had just a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I fell for it, although I got like a super cheap price on it, but still. I have paid for all kinds of things. I have paid multiple dietitians, trainers, online people to, counsel me. I have bought books and DVDs and into programs. I mean, I am the sucker that they are looking for, but I don't mind. Like I said, I feel like if I'm not continually trying to lose weight in any form, then I am never going to lose any weight. I'm going to stay the same, or more than likely, I'm going to gain, because all of the times that I have decided I was done with dieting and I was just going to, make better choices and live my life, that's when I gained a lot of weight back. So, I'm I don't mind just trying the gimmicks as long as they are mostly safe. I never tried, the ephedra type speed stuff. I've never tried any diet pills per se. The Senso was something, and then like shakes and things, but never like supplements or drugs that made me real nervous. But that's because I'm a good girl and I don't do drugs. So, yeah, so if you made it through this whole 20 something minutes listening to my different diets that I've tried, I would love if you left a comment and told me if you've tried any silly diets. I promise I won't judge you because clearly I have too. And maybe if you learned something from them, then you could share it with the rest of us. So I hope you are doing well. I apologize again for Zevon's barking. He feels very bad about it. He went to go lay down on the couch. So, yeah. So I hope you have a good day, and I will talk to you later.